Hey you guys, happy Thursday. It's another show with TMI with the one and only Maiekayla, spelled Maiekayla. This is the only TMI with Maiekayla, and I have some really good friends up in the room today. Can we give another round for Miss Tony Lopez? She's always here, but so please don't get tired of her yet. And we have a beautiful soul in the room. Let's give it up for Miss Palepa.
How's it?
Hey you guys. So this is the Mahalo Halo team. We got more people on the team, but everybody couldn't make it today. But this is the team. We have Mahalo Halo coming up October 28th. It's going to be big, you guys. We're bringing back the 90s.
Throwback.
Are you guys ready for that?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
I know.
Yes.
I look a little bit over behind your 90s.
Hey, easy. I'm in the room.
It's like it's all good. It's all good.
So, our topic today is Plan B. So we want to talk about having backup plans because actually everybody here has been involved in producing shows in some type of form. You guys already know my involvement in the community. I do a lot of events and other community service things. Tony, what do you do, girl?
Well, primarily I'm in real estate, so I'm an investor and a realtor here in Las Vegas.
And a bulldog.
And bulldog. But also, it is very important to have a plan B. Plan B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So in case something doesn't work out, you have something else, and either it's a passion project or something that you maybe come across and you found that you're really good at it. So
Yeah, that's true. And Alepa, what about you, girl? What do you do?
So, like right now, I've been the MC for the group Te Waka Nui, which is a Polynesian dance group here. We're celebrating 21 years, so yay. But I've been with the group and MCing, and then just recently this past year, I just started to branch out as an MC and have been very fortunate to, with opportunities to MC various events, not only in here, but in Arizona and California.
Oh,
so,
snap.
Yeah.
Look at you.
We trying, girl. So it's going to be fun.
The farthest travel I went to is Henderson to Summerlin to North Las Vegas, honey. For romp if I'm lucky.
Mesquite, girl, don't forget.
Hey.
All right, you guys. All right. Okay, so we have a little traveler in the room today. So, you guys, I actually really want to talk deep about this topic because I feel like all that I'm surrounded by are a bunch of entrepreneurs, entertainers, self-employed people, which is awesome. I love the hustle.
Absolutely.
But I do see that there may be some type of insecurity sometimes that comes up with business owners. Because in all honesty, it takes a lot of guts to go after your dreams. And then it takes a lot to quit your day job to go after your dreams. And then everybody affiliates you with this type of vision, and then I think I find a lot of people who get insecure with having other type of jobs or having a day job or doing stuff that's not within their career, and that it's something to be looked down upon. So I want to talk about that topic because it is very important to have a backup plan. I don't think it's something that should be looked down on. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. I think, people are put in a box once you say, oh, I'm a blank, or I'm a contractor, or I'm a nurse, or I'm a model. You have to be able to diversify. You have to diversify, right? Because in case something doesn't work out in that career, in that field, what else are you going to do? What are you going to turn to as far as your talent, God-given talent, or something that you're really passionate about that you've been wanting to do for years, whether it's like art or music or any other avenue. I think it's so important to really explore that rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to be this person and be identified as your career. A lot of people are like, well, I'm in the medical field. Well, you're also a dancer. We have a lot of Filipino nurses that are,
I'm a dancer, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right,
As Joe Coy
I can get down.
make fun, right? He's like, well, in your past life you were this, but now you are a career person in this field.
You want to know what's so funny? I find it so crazy that anything could turn into a career, really.
Absolutely,
For real.
You guys, I was a caviar model, okay?
Hey.
And then you find other jobs. There's some people, they do the little step in on the movies, and then they make the little sound like if there's water, you go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, because it's like, with people, they have, you just don't, like, it's like, okay, I like just chicken. Well, hello, you like all kinds of variety of food, but it's like in life too, you will have like a variety of things that you want to be interested in. It's always good to be multiple things. You know what I mean? Not only am I an Mencia, but I'm also like with Tony here. She's like an amazing producer, but she's not only that, but she can sell you a house too. You know what I mean? I'm like,
this girl has sold me a wet towel around her neck.
I mean, it's like it stacks up. So it's always good to have a plan, like she said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Thanks, sis. Well, no, and so when Palapa and I met, she obviously came into our life during the Maui Strong event, and it was a beautiful, I guess, unity. Unfortunate circumstance, but of course that will always bring the community together, which I'm really happy about. And she's an amazing host. She is a designer with her daughter, an entrepreneur now, and she's really, exploring the emceeing world, which I'm excited for you because you're stepping out again and giving us your talent. So I think it's just, you can't hide. You can't hide what God gives you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Right?
That's true.
Amen. If something is from God, it cannot be shut down by anybody else.
You know what? That's what I'm saying, girl.
Amen. In
Hallelujah.
Jesus' name.
Won't he do it?
Yeshua Yahweh.
Won't he do it? Won't he will?
All right, go. Wait, you guys have to hear like these Mahalo Halo talks because like the videos that you do. Okay, give us something. Come on, advertise Mahalo. Bring it.
Okay. So what we did for the thing. So my little jingle, okay?
Hold on, Tony, go in the back of her and start dancing. Start dancing, girl. Go.
So our little jingle, it's the people's bestie, your favorite MC. It's your girl Lepa Leps, and I'm coming at you with big love all the way from the 702. Yes, I'm talking about Mahalo Halo. It's gonna be October 28th. Don't be late. It's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, 90s vibe, y'all. So
you guys. I love it. So cute. I love it.
Little jingles,
I told you guys. She knew what she was working with. So I do want to talk about this topic because, so actually, I had somebody who came into my office today. They're all like, about like a month or 2 months ago, they told me that they quit their job and they're going to follow their dreams and follow their dance dreams and stuff like that. And I was so proud of them, and I seen like how much fire they had, right? Mm-hmm. And then they came into my office today, like maybe 2 months, 3 months passed, and they're all like, dang, if I'm being 100% real, like I can't do this. Like, I'm trying to make it work. I ended up going back to a job, but it's only temporary because I believe in my dreams, Right. I love it. Go after your dreams. You guys, right. I don't say this a lot. Like, personally, like, I took a risk with cutting my job off, but at the same time, I had a lot of confirmation from God. Like, it was a huge spiritual thing for me. Mm-hmm. Some of you guys aren't spiritual, which that's fine, but this is how I've been functioning, and it's been going good for me, all right? So, so with that being said...
but remember, it does take grit.
It does.
That grit, the grace within yourself to give yourself that space to really... understand your potential and your talent, right? You have to master your talent in order to sell it to somebody else. Yeah. Not because you're selling a dream, but you're living your dream. Yeah. So it takes that grit. And if you're going to ride on the highs only, you're not going to survive because you're always going to look for that high. If you're at the lowest, that's when you know you can dig yourself out of anything.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
a lot of parents, they think that their kids should just go to school, right? And let's say if you had a kid that was like, Mom, I want to be a model when I grow up. What you laughing about?
I was going to sing, I be where the people love.
What is your guys' opinion about that? What would you say to your kids if your kid was like, oh, Mom, I want to be a professional basketball player. Oh, Mom, I want to be
Well,
this.
like, for example, like, I have 4 girls and 1 boy.
Yeah.
So my son, when he was little, it was like, because being Polynesian descent, it's always like, sorry, but it's like a certain stereotype because they're like, oh, they're going to be football players and this and that. So I told my son when he was little, I said, you can play for the NFL or you can own a team.
Ooh,
I think it's important.
I like that.
I think it's important. I said,
Own
I
a
prefer
team.
the latter because I think it's really important to let our kids, or even for yourself, to let ourselves dream and also to, like you said, to have a plan B in a sense, but to let them know that there are always options because like my son, he's a senior now. And so I said, you can go to college and play football or you can go to a specialty school and focus on what you are wanting to do with the rest of your life. It is your choice. I think giving our children and giving ourselves the freedom to choose and knowing what our options are because not many people know it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's really important that we give that.
You know what's so crazy now that I'm bringing up this question? I remember, so I don't know what y'all know about my resume or whatever. You could just read it off my Instagram bio. So I do like a lot of stuff with like modeling, pageantry, and like stuff like that, right? But if you were to ask me years ago, I remember I was on Indeed.com and there was like a New York Fashion Week event.
Okay.
And it was like paid models and they were looking for resumes and stuff. And at first, as a joke, I wasn't even thinking, I don't know anything about modeling. I never thought about this career. You guys, I was thinking about working in a corporation. Like I wasn't ever planning, because I never thought to think, I always thought those type of stuff are like, it's
beyond
like,
you.
Yeah, beyond me.
Right.
I would never think of anything like, I only see 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I only see what my family are doing, and if like a salary job and an office job, like that is the goal here. Like I always thought that, and then I get into this whole nother world, and it's so crazy because you were to tell me years ago, Maiekayla, you're gonna be a model. Maiekayla, you're gonna have your face right there on the screen. Maiekayla, you're gonna be leading the Phil-Am community for your generation. Like I would have laughed at that 100%. I would have laughed. Actually, I remember I was showing my family, hey, I'm gonna be a model, and this is before I even thought I was gonna get into modeling. This was like years ago, and they laughed. And I laughed at it too. I was like, nah, I'm just joking. I ain't.
It's the imposter syndrome.
Little did I know, people started calling me in to model and stuff. I was like,
oh wow.
Well, I'm just thinking about it like right now, right? And then I would hear parents, a lot of parents, they would think like anything with entertainment or any creative mindset for your kid is a waste of time. Like,
remember, it's a cultural,
it's a cultural thing.
Mindset too.
But what I am saying is like, I mean, okay, I don't know how far I will last. Okay, I really don't know, but things are possible. That's all I'm saying. Things are possible.
Absolutely. Yep.
And okay, I want to also speak on that part that I just said. I don't know how long I will last. Like, to be honest, like I'm very proud of where I'm at. Like, I say I'm at a pretty good peak in my career, but how long is this going to last for? In all honesty, I don't know. And Tony, you worked with big names. Bigger names than Maiekayla. Like,
girl, I don't know if anyone's bigger than Maiekayla around here now.
I don't think that's a big TV over there. You know what I mean? There's a big screen. That's big time. All right, that's big time. I don't know about that.
But Tony, like you've been in this industry longer than
that you've been born. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I agree.
And I'm older than all two of you, so both of you. So, okay.
So sit your asses down, all right, you little youngsters.
I'll be over here with my trucker hat.
Back in the day.
But
ding, 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 ding,
but
ding, ding.
I want to talk about this, right? Because I speak to a lot of entertainers. Because you promote yourself, right? You promote yourself, so everybody else in your circle or who's watching you, they only know about your craft.
Right.
They don't know about if you're hustling on a whole nother job behind the scenes and
Right,
stuff.
right.
And you know what? There's no shame in this. Okay, so I speak at like different business networking events and like consultations and stuff, and I remember asking one time, oh, who here, so it was about benefits. I remember asking like, who here has a job, and it's so easy because you have your job to rely on for benefits. And then I know all those people had other jobs beside their business, but none of y'all raise your damn hands. All right, my thing is, you shouldn't be ashamed of the hustle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you are able to make it, like, there's no shame in it. I don't know how else to explain it. And the thing is that, like, for entertainers, I feel like in order for you to be successful in that field, you have to keep up. Like, that's the mindset. You have to keep up because it's based on the people is what makes you your career and stuff. And you know, like, I may be hot and cute, little tiny right now, but I can't keep up with this body in like 20 years later.
Well, you also have to remember, creativity is innovative, right? You have to keep creating.
Fresh. Yeah, you have to be fresh.
Innovating your idea, whether it's your image or your craft or your art. You have to keep renewing that because every 2-3 years you're evolving as a human, you know, so you're not going to keep the same type of you know, creativity. You have to explore outside.
You can't be a one-hit wonder.
Well,
I mean, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Just hit it once.
Yeah, and then you wonder away.
And then you wonder where you went. You're like,
well, you know,
who am I?
Like, I wonder what happened. You know what I mean? But you know what, though? But you got to remember, too, that there's only one you. And I think that's, for me, especially entering now into this area, into this era and this scene, I think that what I'm bringing is more like, I want everyone to win. But at the same time, too, there can only be one me. And I can only be the best me that I can be. So just bring your best every time and everywhere you go. I think it's important to let people know, too, like, as you're learning, share. You know what I mean? Because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Okay.
I care for you.
So
keep your COVID
I care for you. You care for me. Okay. We care for everybody. You know. So that's Care Bears. You know, that's back before your time. But okay.
Excuse me, I had the bears.
Okay.
And I got to draw in them. Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, alrighty then. But, you know, as you adapt, I think it's always important to not change the core of who you are, and like you said, your beliefs and what God has done for you. And no matter what they're walking, whether it be religious or, you know, spiritually or nature or whatnot, but always be true to yourself, because as you change, that uniqueness changes with you, and then people will see that. And then, you know what, you know, you got to love yourself first. You got to love yourself and be confident and be you know, able to step out in faith. You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of it too is, like you said, sharing is caring. If you're in a position now where you have the capability to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your know-how, share that with somebody. Don't keep that to yourself, because in order for other people to succeed, they need a mentor, right? Like growing up, I didn't really have a mentor. I was always seeking that education piece, or like that drive that I see others have. And now that I'm in that role where I can teach others what I've learned and what I've experienced, it's freeing, because you're like, hey, I did it this way. You can, you know, overcome all those little obstacles faster than I did. And I can just give it to you how it would have been easier for me back then. So
I respect that. I like that.
Yeah, you have to share the craft. And I hear a lot of people within the industry that kind of hold, you know, the nuggets to themselves, because they don't want people to outshine them or outgrow them, which is totally natural. You know, it's a competitive survival of the fittest type of mentality, but that mindset has to go, you know, in the back now, because like we need to be able to share the craft and share the knowledge. Otherwise, we're just, what are we doing, walking around like hoping that you fail? No, I want you to win.
That's right, because I believe in collaboration over competition. You know what I mean? And I remember hearing that, and that's important too.
And you know what, too? It says in the Bible, like, pride is very dangerous. That's how Satan fell from heaven.
You know?
So the reason I'm saying that is because, and I've even tested this on myself, like, whenever you move with ego, even if you try to hide that ego, it's going to turn around, and things are going to fall on you. Like, things are going to fall apart. You keep moving with your ego. And what I would say is, because you were saying, like, people get scared. I ain't gonna lie, I get scared too. I don't want to tell people my ideas, because no, like, for like, you know, people steals your stuff, and then like they go ahead of you, and then
that's true.
And then sometimes I don't. Well, one of the big reasons why I don't really like telling my ideas is because other people would say their opinions, which is fine. But I guess like if I were to move on with my idea, and I did something that you said, even though I was thinking it already before you said it. It's like, oh, Maiekayla only succeeded because I gave her that idea. So it's just more of like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's kind of hard to move a little bit because that's why sometimes like I'm really like quiet about my dreams. But Tony always tells me, no, speak it out, speak it out, speak it out.
Well, speak it into reality, speak it into the universe, but also, yes, you want to kind of limit your step-by-steps, right? You don't want to give all of it away. But in order to... Right. You want to be able to hold your pearls close and then release them when you're ready to show it out.
Speak it out to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Because you can speak it to the mirror and keep on, and that's where you build your confidence. Also, too, if there's wisdom into, they seek wisdom, know when to speak, know when to hold back. And, you know, we get excited too, but then you'll know, I think we all get that intuition or that feeling of, I can trust this person, or until you build that trust with somebody else that you can share and be open and honest with, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, I have a question then. Do you guys pick passion or money?
Oh, man.
Passion.
Yeah.
Passion?
I think passion.
Yeah.
Passion for sure.
Go ahead, explain.
The reason why passion is because with passion, it's never ending. It's always increasing. Money is something that is an answer to paying for things or doing things. There's a limit in a sense to there is a limit in a sense to money, because as long as you work, then the money will come, or as long as you do something, then the money will come. But passion never dies. Passion's always increasing and growing. And guess what? It's not only in one area. It's in like every aspect of your life. So it's like an overflow. So
Do you believe that money is the source of happiness?
Money is a belief system.
Yeah.
You know, if it weren't there, like, how did the cavemen exchange? It was through service. It was through,
Yeah.
you know, or barter system, right? So if, like, you do something for me, I do something for you, but the passion is there. You have the passion in what you're doing, whether it's, you know, raising cattle or, you know, mining gold or whatever.
Yeah.
You have the ability to do that, and that's your gift. But now, if there's just money, it's a belief system. Here's $1. Well, what is this dollar if I burn it?
Right.
Yeah, there's no value.
Right.
Because
You put the value into what you put in.
Because guess what? You know, like you said, passion. Actually, you don't. Like you say, oh, money can't comfort me. You know what I mean? But passion, your passion will always be there inside of you. Where money is tangible. It's outside of you.
Right.
Therefore, it's not going to stay within you. And it's not the answer to everything. It answers things, but the love of it is like the root of all evil. Because then that's where the pride. That's where the greediness and the wanting of it. But like the passion, like I said, passion. When you do all these things, especially when you have a passion and a love with your relationship with God, I mean, come on now.
Right.
I mean, then He will outgive. Like when you say that, when you give to Him, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's His promise.
Malachi 3:10,
That
honey.
is His promise.
Malachi.
Honey. You know?
Amen.
May the storehouse overflow in Jesus' name.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
You know, actually, I have a testimony. I think I shared about it. I'm not too sure, but I remember when I was in college, I was really broke, y'all. I was so broke, and I remember my family was calling me here in Vegas, and they were asking me for money. But the thing is, I don't like telling people my issues. Like, I like figuring it out. So I was broke, and people were trying to get money from me, and I was like I was so broke that I remember driving on E to different banks trying to cash out, and I couldn't. I didn't even know there was a limit. So it was just like I was like stressing out. I didn't have anybody with me, and I remember like trying to figure it out. And this is also along with the topic that we're talking about. So when I was in Reno, I was going to college for business, and then I was also a hotel supervisor, and then so I was going to school for marketing, and on top of that, I had a clothing business. So and that was all true, okay. But then, and the thing is, I was really like on fire for all my dreams. I still am, but there is a perception that other people had of me, like, oh, Maiekayla, she has her own business. She's a college student. She's living life. She's rich. She has, like, you know what I'm saying? They all have this type of perception on me. And then, like, when things fell apart, it's like, dang, well, who do I go to? Because all these people thinks I'm winning the way I am winning, you know what I'm saying? And like my ego started going up, so my ego boosted up and out of protection of trying to protect what I was doing, but it came to a point like, Maiekayla, you're trying to keep up with something that you can't keep up, right?
Right.
And anyways, like everything fell apart. Like imagine like you're on top of your game and then you end up not. So I ended up not working. So I didn't have a job anymore. I got into a car accident. I got out of a relationship, and everything just fell apart. I didn't have any more money, right? And anyways, I was like praying to God, and so I get into a car accident. My family's like, Maiekayla, come back home. And I was like, I don't want to come back home. I'm trying to finish my degree. I'm trying to do all of this. It's like me going back home is delaying what I'm trying to get done in 4 years, like get my degree and everything. Like it's messing up with this. So anyways,
that was your plan.
That was my plan. My plan was 4 years. Within 4 years, I'm going to graduate and I'm going to end up getting married and I'm going to do my life. I don't know where I'm going to be, but I'm going for this 4 years,
Not
right?
God's plan.
Yes, but God's plan had a whole nother thing, right? So everything fell apart. I don't have any money. So anyways, what happened is, so we go on vacation. So I used to work in the hotel industry, so I didn't have like the same. I didn't get any vacation time. I barely had like days off that were in a row. So when I quit my job, well, actually, I quit, but then they released me, and I don't know. It was like a breakup. Like, oh my, the boss didn't. Yeah, homegirl, if you ever see this, you know the truth, all right? FYI, I went to HR before you, okay? So that's why I got paid my PTO, all right? So that's another thing.
All right.
Let's keep it 100. TMI.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
So-
keep it 100.
So anyways, I end up going back home for the holidays. So that was like my first real vacation, right? Because I wasn't at work or school. And anyways, that was December, and then January was my dad's birthday. I don't know what's going on, okay? But I never traveled like this, but I ended up going to Hawaii for my dad's birthday, so it was like a family trip. And then for some reason, my homegirl from Reno, she's like, oh, I'm going out to college. So I went to go with her to North Carolina the month after. And then during that time, like, vacation season was over, so I still had my apartment in Reno. So I went back to Reno because my stuff was there. And I was like, okay, it's time to like get back on it, Maiekayla, go look for a job again. You're about to start the next semester, get it together. So anyways, what happened is I'm looking for a job. If you guys look at my Indeed account, you guys, I have more than 99 applications, okay? I never got qualified for one. There was one job. And understand, there are so many hotel opportunities. Like Marriott was calling me. They had other opportunities for me beyond what I was applying for. So it just sounded very like for sure, right? Let me tell you, the hands of God. This is why don't ever move with ego or pride, because He will put you in your place. So what happened is later on. I have a job for Marriott. They're like, we're going to call you. Like, I want to give you a different position. Like, it was like so sure in marketing, right? So anyways, I was so excited for it. That same day that they were supposed to call me back, I had another job. And this is what I told God, okay? I told God, I don't want any retail job. I don't want any retail job, please, okay? Understand, I was like a hotel manager. I had a good resume, all of this. I was going to school for marketing. I could learn things quick, you know. So, and then I ended up quitting my job. You know, I wanted to at least level up if I'm gonna quit a job, right? So my ego did come into place. I was like, God, please, I don't want a retail job. And what's crazy? So I ended up applying for Victoria's Secret because I was desperate for money. You cannot get mad with God. Be picky. If you need money, you freaking do what you have to do to get money.
I hear you.
Even if that means you got to do a job that you're not. Well, I don't want to be like, oh, you know, you do all of this stuff against your values, but I'm just saying, like, if you gotta like clean the toilets, clean the motherfucking toilets. Get your head out of your ass and clean. So anyway, so I had that like mindset, like, God, I don't want a retail job. So anyways, I applied for Victoria's Secret. Guess out of all them freaking jobs, Victoria's Secret is the one that ends up hiring me on the spot. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on the day of, like an hour later, okay? But then I was like, oh, can I call you back? Because I was like, no, I'm going to call Marriott again. Marriott, hey. Because in the beginning, Marriott's all like, oh, we actually have so many hours we want to give you, so we kind of need your time to be free. But the thing is, I was going to school, I had my business, and I was also a youth leader, so it's kind of like stuck with Like I can't be as flexible because they want you to have like all this time. Like if I need you day shift, graveyard, you got to move.
Right.
So anyways, they were also giving me like a different position. So during that time, they had a lot of hours. Anyways, I called Marriott on that same day that I got chosen for Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
And then they ended up telling me, I'm sorry, Maiekayla, actually we don't even have hours to give our own employees right now because the pandemic hit. So during the pandemic, it like hit the hotel industry like crazy, like all the traveling hospitality stuff.
Right.
So anyways, I come back home. Imagine my family thinks, like everybody thinks this idea of me, like Maiekayla, she's a supervisor and she got a business and all of this, which was all true. Like none of that was a lie.
Right.
But y'all had your own assumption of me. Anyways,
Well,
that broke my ego.
Of like perception, your family thought, okay, she's got it all together. She seems put together. She's got her finances right. And I think that's where like a lot of the things of what you're putting out there, you're showing them like I'm good. I got it all together. But that's why you're the source of help, right? They want the solutions from you because you have it together. But when you are an entrepreneur or somebody that's really self-sufficient, sometimes you don't seek for help, and that's where your plan B has to come through.
That's
like
important.
Plan A is like, okay, well, everything's going well, and then what happens when you need help? Who do you turn to?
Yeah.
Are you able to suck up your dignity and be like, you know what, I need to go ask somebody else for help? And I think that's where the ego, like you said, don't move with pride, don't move with ego, because you will be humbled real quick.
That is true. So let me finish my testimony. So
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
No, that was good. Remind me that because I want to tap on that. So what happened is I didn't get qualified for any benefits from, like, how everybody was getting unemployment and stuff. I didn't qualify any benefits because I was barely at Victoria's Secret for less than 8 hours. Girl, you know how hard it is to get retail. I was less there for 8 hours, okay? And then anyways, I was like, dang, retail would be really hard. I was like, my last job, they were trying to work me overtime every single week. What you mean? So anyways, what happened is, the time I remember like bawling out to God, like I'm doing everything. That's why I do believe in hustle, but at the same time I also believe you could do whatever you want. If God needs to correct you, he will correct you.
That's right.
So like I remember like I lost everything, you guys. I don't even know how to explain it. I remember I couldn't even pay for my car. I remember like I didn't even know your car could be suspended if you don't pay for your insurance. I was like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. I was just broke. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my car was just sitting over there. So I remember like I was like broke left to right. I was getting hit with overdraft fees for 35 cents. Okay, Amazon, chill out. Okay, I didn't even want no Prime. Okay. So anyways, what happened is I remember it came to make a long story short, I was like, okay, this is my breaking point. Like, God, I don't even know what to do. I came to the point that God, I don't even know how to try anymore. Like, I'm just done. Like, I'm tired. I'm numb already. And just like everything was just hitting. It wasn't just financially. But what's crazy is when I finally told God, you know what? Like, okay, I'm going to do things your way. Like,
surrender.
No, yeah. Like once I was like, I'm done. I'm done trying to play God in my life. Not that I was thinking I was God. It was just more like I'm done running things myself, my way, and running it based off what other people thinks I should be doing. Like, oh, Maiekayla's a business owner. Keep doing everything business. Like, no, Maiekayla, like humble yourself. What is the plan that God has for you? So anyways, when I did that, I'm telling you guys just see all this glamorous stuff. I'm telling you, all of this is the results of God's faithfulness to me. It's like a pour out. I'm telling you, like, I remember because I used to have a clothing business, you guys. I used to sell clothes like illegally on the I was trying to find, girl, I ain't joking.
No,
I would be finding a parking lot. You know the Kmart that's abandoned?
Right.
I was over there. I was hoping that no police be coming over here.
You would tell the truth and shame the devil.
So anyways, what happened is I remember praying to God, like, because I remember I had fees to pay. I was like, God, can we just get this? I need this amount of money, right? So anyways, what happens is I was new to like pop-up events. So I did a pop-up event. I remember making only like $30 in the whole day. I had like 30 minutes left. I was like, God, like I had a goal. I had a financial goal. I need to pay this. Girl, 30 minutes came in. I don't know what happened. All these people came and they gave me exactly what I needed in the amount that I prayed for. Wow. Okay, that's the hands of God. Okay, And then during that time, I remember, because I was like really hurt and there's like a lot of stuff, and I remember praying to God, like, fix my life, right? Like, I'm like super bitter, I'm super quiet, like this isn't me. I'm usually like joyful and like energetic and stuff. So anyways, I pray to God that, and then like a week later, somebody that I haven't talked to since middle school reaches out to me. They're like, Maiekayla, there's a beauty pageant, I think you should do it. From that on, I knew that was God, because I specifically told God, I don't want to be a leader and I don't want to be social, right? But I wanted him to fix my life. So whatever that meant, go ahead, do it. So I knew that this, hands down, as soon as I heard like, Maiekayla, be part of this pageant, hands down, I already knew that was the hands of God getting ready to fix my life, because I was already here in Vegas.
Right.
I surrendered my plans already, my 4-year thing. I surrendered it to God, and then next thing you know, there was like a pour out of blessings. And then to top it off, I was getting checks left to right. Like, I remember, understand, I was so broke, okay? And then on top of that, I quit my other job here in Reno, here in Las Vegas. And let me tell you guys, okay, for the manager, I don't even know where the freaking camera is. The other managers that were trying to...
Tell all the cameras.
All the managers.
all the managers that was trying to take me out.
USA, you hearing this?
Yeah.
All the
USA.
The whole US of A.
managers, supervisors,
The US of
I'm talking
A.
to you.
and you.
And you.
And you too.
We're going to tell you a mahalo. We're going to say it on the stage.
That's right.
So let me tell you guys what happened is that basically God came through. He provided beyond money. The day that I decided to like let go of my ego and my pride and follow God's ways, that's when the pour out happened. And I'm telling you, be humble. I don't know. Just seek God's kingdom, seek his ways, be always God fearing, see how can you honor him. But I want to say this too, because even though I think you guys all just see the glamorous stuff. I don't think you guys really see like what's the backup plan, right?
Right.
Like, I may be singing a lot, I may be modeling a lot, but there's also a lot of marketing that goes behind that. And I'm going to say this, when it comes to, I guess this is my own experience, I feel like all of the glamorous stuff, glamorous businesses and jobs, those are actually... Or actually, like the unglamorous businesses, those are the ones that's actually more lasting. So that's what I want to say.
What's
like
the need?
It's the need, right?
Right.
All the singing and the makeup and all of the dresses and stuff, like there's not a need in that, but there's a need behind that. That's how I cater into. So it's important to have backup plans. It's important to, that's what I'm saying. It's okay to have things that are unglamorized.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? You could say you a double threat, triple threat. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No.
How many celebrities are out there? They got real estate licenses. How many celebrities out there? They're entrepreneurs. They ain't just singers. How many celebrities are out there? They got backup plans. They got home care. You know what I'm saying? They doing flips and flops. You know what I'm saying?
You know, they're everything.
Splits and
Well, you
flops.
have to be able to share it. Otherwise, if you don't share your dream or you don't share your vision with somebody, you're going to always keep it inside. And I think, you know, a lot of us are insecure in our dreams, because when we say it, it's like, oh, are you sure? And unless you execute it, until you execute it, people are going to be questioning you, and you have no credibility, you know? And I think that's where, like, I think, you know, later on in my life now, it's like, no, I'm willing to share that with someone, whether it's one person or, you know, my inner circle. And then you got to put in the work, because God's not going to bless you unless you work. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, how come you're not blessing me, God? Well, because you're not putting in the work.
Have you done anything to prove it to him that you're worthy of it?
Absolutely. So you may have a talent, but, you know, I think I'm a firm believer in making it step by step. It doesn't have to be right away, but you got to take those baby steps. And, you know, plan B, hopefully there's no plan B. The plan A will come to fruition. Right? But that plan B is important because, you know, there was a pandemic. Like, everybody had to pivot somehow. You know?
For sure. I think so, too. That also, too, don't be ashamed to intertwine both plan B and plan A. Because, like, for me, like I said, I was like, I'm in this MC thing. It's great. There are plenty of opportunities. But now I'm like, oh, no, because there was a season in our family that my husband was not working. And so we were struggling a little bit. And now I just literally, I mean, I posted on my social medias. I was like, hey, I'm looking for part-time work. So I
See,
have no
I have a
shame.
lot lot of respect.
You know what I mean?
Girl, thank you.
'Cause
God bless you.
I'm like, and my friend, one of my friends messaged me. He goes, "Hey, my boss is like the boss of like all the Jack in the Box in Las Vegas." And I was like, "Okay, like you know, I mean, I'm not like to me. It was like, you know what? Now it's like I know who I am and I'm confident, and I can also serve you a burger. I don't care.
Yeah, you
know
could do.
what I mean?
Hello,
You know?
Philippa for 702. What kind of burger do you want?
What kind of burger do you want? You know what I mean? So I mean, but to me, it's like, you know, like you said, you're gonna do what you're gonna have to do to make things happen, but at the same time too, allow God to bless the desires of your heart, because He says it.
Amen.
Psalm 37 verse 4. You delight yourself in Him and continue to have faith and be faithful. He will give you the desires of your heart.
Amen.
I wasn't expecting to be blessed. I wasn't expecting to be here today. You know what I mean? But you know, but it's such a blessing, and I take those things. I don't take it for granted. You know, and I'm so grateful. Does that mean that I'm not struggling? Yeah, girl, we all struggle. We all be struggling.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in that. There's no shame. That's where our pride. We have to eat the humble pie.
Humble.
You know what I mean? And do not cry, but keep on striving to make it work.
You know, it's important to make the best out of what you have. This is some people don't believe me when I say this, but the thing is like money isn't gonna bring you full happiness. You know, I've seen some rich people, they try, if they could just have more sentimental times with people, you know?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you make the best out of everything, like, things will only be as fulfilling to you as far as you allow it to be fulfilling. Like, if you're gonna let everything just slip off, like, oh, I got 100 there. Oh, I got $1 there. Like, if you're not appreciating it, you're never going to be satisfied with anything.
Attitude of gratitude.
That's right.
Every day you wake up and you're like, all right, what are we going to do to get to where we need to go? You know, I mean, I can make a left turn 3 times and I'll still be at the same place. But, you know, I don't want to get lost, though. My phone is about to die.
Oh, no. Girl. That's what I'm talking about.
So, I guess, okay, if we were to close this out, what is our last motto? What is our last tip?
Oh, man.
I don't know, but I did want to share your shirt. Who designed your shirt, girl?
My daughter. So, you know, because, you know, she actually drew this, and, you know, this and many other designs, SAAnimedesigns.com. Shout out. But, you know, like I said, like, in the meantime, like, she just graduated in 2022.
Oh, nice.
She was born with special needs.
Oh, wow.
Both the club foot and leg discrepancy, as well as some delays. But her desire was always to be in animation and drawing. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to promote it and do everything. But, you know, so it's all a step at a time. And of course, people are saying, oh, they like it. Some people don't like it. I don't. But guess what? There are billions of people in the world. All I need is like 1 million.
And
I love it. You guys support her daughter.
But you know what, too, also, like, I think plan B is always good. I think our plan A is usually our plan, and usually we fall back on God's plan as a plan B. But always trust in God's plan as a plan A. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So
Amen.
that's always
Amen. You know, and there's nothing wrong with having a plan B. Plan B doesn't mean that you doubt yourself. I think that's what people think. It's like, oh, if I have a plan B, that means like I don't believe in myself enough.
Right.
No, plan B is always good. It's nice to know that that you're smart in other areas too.
Right.
Well, a lot of people are afraid of failure too. I think failure is the best gift that you can have, because if you don't fail, like, how do you know what success feels like, right?
It's true.
There's like good and evil, but if you fail, what are your contingency plans? Well, you didn't have one because you were just depending on plan A.
Right.
So plan B is major.
Right. That's really important. So, yeah, I think it was really good. Yeah. I'm excited for what's coming up. In this month.
Yeah.
What's coming up?
You know what's coming up?
I don't know. What is coming up?
I don't know what's coming up, Maiekayla.
October 28th. Mahalo halo. We bring back the 90s to you.
Oh, man. It's going to be amazing.
All right, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Mahalo Halo. All the updates are going to be there. We're looking for sponsors and vendors. If you guys want to be part of it, we're giving you guys big benefits. You get to showcase your business here on TMI with Maiekayla and throughout PHLV Radio and Channel 8 News. And we're even doing a after party, VIP after party to be announced. It's going to be popping, you guys. All right, we'll see you guys then. Happy Thursday.
Cheers.